Hello! So you might know from my last video that I've recently finally found a new band. Hallelujah! In order to really play with the band, I need to stop borrowing my boyfriend and my friend's guitars and get one of my own really good electric guitars. So I did have another electric guitar. In fact, I technically had two, but they just weren't really usable. The first guitar that I ever got, I paid for over time through the guy who was teaching me guitar lessons. So you'd pay like £5 a lesson and some of it would go towards the guitar, which would then be yours after the end of like the 12 lessons or whatever I think it was. And yeah, it was just kind of, I think it was one that he found on like eBay. It was a copy Strat, I think. I think it was like £90 overall with like the gig bag and everything. So it was a beginner's guitar and I've had that for like 12 years. It's somewhere in my parents' house. And then the other one I got when I was 14 or 15 and I really didn't know anything about guitars and I didn't have anyone around me who really knew anything about guitars, so I just kind of bought it because of the way it looked and it sounded horrible, so I never really ended up using it. To the point I finally have a genuinely like amazing guitar. I just trusted my boyfriend's opinions on this because he works in a music shop and he knows a lot about guitar. He's been playing guitar for years, like in bands and stuff, and he has the trial and error already, so hopefully I won't have to go through it as much. Yeah, he knows what kind of guitars I like. He knows that my favourite guitarist in the world is Billie Joe Armstrong and he's obsessed with like the Les Paul Juniors and stuff, and just that whole kind of style of guitar is what I'm into because it's kind of like the punky kind of guitar, I suppose you could say. So I finally have this here. I got it for Christmas. This is the bag it comes in, Gordon Smith, and I think it is a GS1. It comes with a nice little packet of things that help. Jackson will probably want to show you more on that after, and this is how they look. I'm going to call him Jimmy because I already have my acoustic Yamaha APX 500. It's called Billie Joe because I've been using that one since I was like 19 constantly. I've been playing a lot more acoustic than electric, and yes. So the reason I really like this guitar, other than the way it looks, I just think it looks awesome, is because it's quite thin, it's really light. I cannot be dealing with, most guitars are just pretty heavy for me to even pick up from the start. This is another Gordon Smith, by the way, which belongs to my boyfriend's dad. And yeah, we lent it for a while so I could play that one a little bit and kind of get used to it. And even this one is like considerably heavier than my beautiful little guitar over here. I love the sleek way it looks, the natural wood finish, and how thin it is on my hands. My hands can fully grip this. Ayo! It's easy for me to move around the neck, it's easy for me to play, it just feels super comfortable and I'm really enjoying playing it. Love the way it looks. It's not complicated either, it only has one pickup, I think, and these two little dials over here, which is volume and in between like treble and bass, I'm pretty sure. So I've just been playing around with these a little bit and learning a bit more about the actual sound of the guitar and how to play electric, and I've been, yeah, trying to learn a lot more about that kind of stuff. So I'm going to plug it in, play a tiny bit, and then I'm going to get Jackson to tell you all about like the actual guitar things. Jackson!
I bought this for Lizzie for Christmas, and it is a Gordon Smith GS1 guitar. So it's made of cedar, as opposed they do 3 woods. They do cedar, poplar and mahogany for these, and this was it's a little bit extra to get it in this wood, but the wood just looks a little bit better in the grain and stuff. Seeing as we're having it with no finish, it was probably a good idea to get the wood that looks a little bit better. All the guitars are sort of hand built in the UK by Gordon Smith themselves. Every single one is hand serial numbered on the back of the headstock right there, if it focuses. All hand serial numbered on the back of the headstock. And just really, really well finished. All the neck joint is sort of fantastic. Everything's finished really, really well. It has Gordon Smith's own sort of design P90 pickup on there. Single stop-tail bridge, very simple controls. There's not a lot to worry about when you're playing it live. They also have a really, really sort of comprehensive spec sheet that you can go and order a guitar from them for yourself. I think they start from about £600. So yeah, we basically I picked out a spec that I thought she'd like, that would sound really good and not be too sort of difficult to use live. Something pretty much just a plug and play. But it turned out absolutely great. It is now plugged into the Fender Champion 20 practice amp that I think Lizzie got a couple of Christmases ago. So obviously a lot of people are very into sort of pickup choice and stuff like that. This is sort of like a single coil pickup, which you would normally find on this type of guitar, a Stratocaster, but it's a little fatter sort of sounding. It's a lot stronger sounding, and you can get away with just sort of having one. I mean, we bought it because she was borrowing my dad's really old one, which he's had since, you know, the 80s or something. They've been making these guitars for a while. We were very, very popular with sort of the punk scene. There's a lot of bands using them now as well, since they moved their factory as well. But I do this for a living. I sell guitars for a living, so I'm a bit of a guitar geek. So I just sort of wanted to get something that was really well made, and it's just pretty cool that it's made in England as well. Something similar to this by another American guitar company would sort of cost you about $800. I think they ship to anywhere, but I'm not sure about getting them in the States and stuff, what you'd have to do that. They're available all over England, and they're available direct order from Gordon Smith themselves. Another interesting point is, for all you guitar geeks out there, if you look, a brass nut right here, which will last forever, because those do get worn down on guitars and not everyone knows to sort of change them.
So we're not sponsored or anything, by the way. He just enjoys the guitar, and so do I. So that's why we're telling you all about it. And
Gordon Smith are a really sort of, they have been a bit of a grassroots company for a long time in England, and I just figure that more people need to know about them. And they're very, very nice and easy to play as well. This one's been, you know, with us for about a month and a half, and it's I'm so impressed with it. I'm really jealous, and I want to steal it all the time and play it.
But you can't, because it's mine.
Well, I can't because it's yours.
I just wanted to make this video so that... Do you mind? Excuse you. Excuse you, nasty boy. So I just wanted to make a video about it so I could show it off and stuff, and yeah, talk more about my band and my new guitar and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. We hope you liked it, and I hope it helps in some kind of way if you're thinking about getting a new guitar. And we'll see you again soon. Bye!
Too many jobs I plan ahead. When it gets to the day I sit in bed, wondering about if I'd have done something else instead. Ticking away, the years go by so fast, I never realized it's ticking away. What do you mean I'm not 15 So I gathered up all my years just to end up in my 20s. Well,